Hey, I'm Paul with RockyOutfitters.com, here to show you the RockyMounts BackStage hitch-mounted platform bicycle rack. Here we have it installed onto this vehicle, which has a 2-inch receiver hitch. It is only available for vehicles with 2-inch receiver hitches, and it has some unique features. First of all, we have it currently deployed, and I'm going to remove it from the hitch and show how it is attached to the receiver hitch on this vehicle. So first we have the hitch bolt. I'll just unscrew that by hand. It hasn't been tightened yet. I'll take that out. I'm going to put the rack into the stowed position by rotating down the arms and rotating the backstops of the front wheel cradles down. Next, I have a release lever in front. I'm going to rotate that into the stowed position. And this is the way you would want to have the rack whenever you're installing and removing it from the hitch. That way you're not having to bend over the rack. You can just stand up straight and pull straight out. So I want to pull it out so that I can show how it's held into the receiver hitch with a combination of this bolt and the threads that are inside of the receiver hitch. So it's a nut that's welded inside. It backs up behind the hole. So when you insert this, it threads in and makes a very, very effective anti-wobble. So I'll go ahead and reinsert it. To do that, I'm just going to bring it over, drop it down onto the bottom ledge of the hitch, and then bring it vertical and begin inserting it. Next, I'll be using the hitch pin as a feeler. So I'll insert that, and it's pressing against the side of the stinger on this rack until it finds the hole. Next, I want to tighten it as far as I can with my fingers to ensure that it's going in smoothly. What I'm doing to help take off any angles is I'm lifting on this side of the rack slightly in order to compensate for the added weight that the swing out portion creates. So I've got it in about as far as I can go there. Rocky Mounts includes a tool to tighten it up the rest of the way. Of course, if you have your own ratchet, that can speed things up, but it's really not much to have to tighten up at this point. And as I tighten up, I still want to lift and jiggle it a little bit to make sure it's fitted into the hitch nice and secure. So with it fully tightened, now you have a completely rigid connection between the rack and your receiver hitch. So at this point, you'll want to lock the end of the hitch pin in place. So Rocky Mounts includes a lock, which you insert and turn, and that locks the end of the hitch pin on so that if someone did attempt to unscrew it, they won't be able to pull it off completely from the hitch. Okay, so now some of the other features that this rack offers is a fully swing away frame design here. So it allows you to swing the entire rack off to the side, and when you do, there's a lock that locks it in the fully swung out position. Now that can be done with or without the bicycles loaded in place. So let's go ahead and load up a couple bicycles. I'll put this back into the stowed position and tighten this lever. The lever creates another anti-wobble connection between the swing away and the lower base portion. Now I'll go ahead and bring the platform back down. I'm going to move the arms out and lift the cradle assembly. And then next I want to press the blue button here and rotate the strap out of the way. And with the strap out of the way and everything is ready to go ahead and load up a bike. So first I'll go ahead and load up a skinny tire bike and just lift that up, drop it down. You can see here that there is a indentation for thinner bike tire sizes. So I can drop that into place. On the ratcheting arm, I'm going to press in that blue button to extend it fully, and then bring it down onto the top of the tire and pull down nice and snug. Here in the back, this rear wheel cradle has pivoted in line with the wheelbase length, so there's no further adjustments needed. It just pivots and automatically creates a nice angle for the wheel. And now pull that tight, and that bicycle is fully secured. So that's a relatively skinny tire bike. Here we have a large, fatter tire bike. This rack can accommodate fat bikes all the way up to a 5-inch wide tire. So I'll lift. Get a good snug fit. Now here on this rear wheel strap, the strap isn't quite long enough to make it all the way around. So Rocky Mounts has included an extension. So 2 extensions are included. So you just add the extension on to create a longer strap. And now you have the rear wheel secured on this design as well. Okay, so we've so far shown how the rack rotates out, it rotates up, it also rotates down. So I can get control of the bikes and it rotates down, and that's even with the bicycles loaded to provide access into the back of the vehicle. So here we can open up the back end, we got 2 bikes loaded, and you have full access into the rear of the vehicle. To move it back into the carrying position, we'll just grab the front end of the rack and stand. It automatically connects into that position. If we want to swing it out instead, we have that option as well. So I'll just loosen that knob again, and then I'll pull the release, and I can also swing it completely out. And we have, in this case, as we swing out, I can also bring the carrier over into another position so that you see how the bikes were about to hit the side of the vehicle, and now with that added pivot, they're completely out of the way, and obviously we could get into the back of the vehicle in this case as well. So let's go ahead and bring it back into the other position. And here again, now it's ready to drive away. Now, lastly, there is security for the bicycles themselves. So we demonstrated how the rack is locked to your hitch, but Rocky Mounts also includes a very sturdy, very thick and heavy-duty cable for security for the bicycles themselves. So it has enough length to go through frames and some, if not all, of the wheels. Let's just go ahead and try to see if we can get through all the wheels in this case. Maybe. Some cases you can, some cases you can't. Doesn't look like we can get through all the wheels in this case, but we'll try to get through some of them at least. Let's get through, definitely through the frames. Okay, so I have them looped through, and you'll just want to experiment to try to see how much of the bikes you can get locked up. Definitely you want to get the frames and perhaps the wheels as well. So I have this metal end, and you'll notice down below here we have a lockdown point. So the lockdown point serves as a lockdown position for the second lock. And now at this point, it not only locks up the bikes, but it also prevents this this bolt from being released as well. So you have a very sturdy lockdown point. Both are key matched, so one key operates both locks. So overall, you have an excellent means for transporting a wide range of different bike styles and bike wheel types. It has excellent access into a wide range of different vehicle types. This all leads to a rack that's unique on the market and a really good choice for a lot of different people. So those have been all the key features of this Rocky Mounts BackStage platform bicycle rack. I'm Paul with RackOutfitters.com. This product, along with the full line of Rocky Mounts products, are available at Rack Outfitters, and thanks for watching.